We are live. All right. So let me just see the screen if we are live. Okay. Uh, okay. So we are live now, sir.
Very good evening, sir, and very good evening to all the students watching this session or who will watch the session.
All right. So hi, good evening, everyone. Okay. So me, Dr. Sushil, I welcome you all today for the second episode of this series, The Direct Connect, and where you are going to meet your fantastic faculties who put in their heart and soul into your like this academic curriculum, who are just putting all their efforts to make sure that your subject becomes easier and easier. So today I have with me none other than the person who makes forensics so easy for us with his stories, with his examples, with his one-liner, comments in the class that you are not going to miss out any single question in your exam. So I have with me today our forensic expert, Dr. Vishwajeet sir. So hi sir, good evening.
Very good evening, sir, and thank you to organize these sort of sessions. They are actually very helpful from a student point of view.
Sir, these sessions are not at all about the teaching that
Hmm.
आओ sir पढ़ाओ और पढ़ाते जाओ और पढ़ाते जाओ. You know, these are traditional things which are happening everywhere. But the purpose of these sessions was to make very, very clear and to give the clear understanding to the student that, any subject when you're talking about a medical curriculum, it is not an individual one. All the subjects are integrated one and they all complete each other. When you say I'm going to leave a subject, it means you are leaving one very broad aspect of the medical science. और एक सब्जेक्ट छोड़ने का मतलब you are already out of the race. But I'll be unbiased. I'll be your host for the day, and I'm going to put some straightforward questions to you, some of which might be very blunt, and I just want you to clear our doubts about all those questions. So I hope we are good to go now.
Sure, sir.
So, sir, my very first question to you, sir, as a student, I am never interested in reading forensic medicine because I know कि मुझे पता है कौन से क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. वो पांच क्वेश्चन, दो तीन क्वेश्चन, चार क्वेश्चन आते हैं और मुझे वो PYQ में कहीं ना कहीं मिल जाएगा. उसमें से वन लाइनर आई विल मग अप एंड आई विल मेक आउट सर. हो जाएगा फोरेंसिक. आई डोंट वांट टू स्टडी फोरेंसिक. प्लीज टेल मी व्हाई शुड आई स्टडी फोरेंसिक.
सर, जो आपने बोला ना कि सबसे पहले इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता। देखिए सर, पढ़ने में तो इंटरेस्ट किसी को नहीं आता है, ताउम्र बचपन से लेके ताउम्र तो किसी को भी मजा नहीं आता पढ़ाई करने में। बट वाई वी स्टडी शुड बी रिमेम्बर्ड कि हम पढ़ते क्यों हैं, टू मेक आवर सेल्फ अ बेटर पर्सन, to make ourselves educated and to stand somewhere in our life, in the eyes of the parents, in our eyes itself। तो अपने लिए पढ़ते हैं हम लोग, तो वो टारगेट कभी नहीं भूलना है कि पढ़ाई अपने लिए कर रहे हो। तो जब अपने लिए कर रहे हो ना, तो द इंटरेस्ट क्रिएशन शुड बी डन बाय यू। एंड यस, एज टीचर्स वी प्ले अ वेरी गुड रोल, अ पिवटल रोल, कि अगर एक सब्जेक्ट आपका इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है, हाउ टू मेक दैट इंटरेस्टिंग। एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई डू, what I do in my teaching. Like forensic is like a subject of dead people, isn't it? But I try to make it a lively subject. Because देखो, आपको forensic medicine specialist नहीं बनाना मुझे। Just sir, power backup will come
No worries, sir.
within seconds. Within seconds.
No worries,
Just
sir. We can hear you. That's absolutely okay.
so let the power come within 2 to 3 seconds, and then I will start.
And see, sir, this is how lively things also come. Na? Light comes and goes, but the session goes on.
Session goes on. We have the UPS thing for the router for all the students only. That when if we are having a live session, the session is not interrupted.
So I must tell all of you that, like Sir said, na, forensic medicine is all about the dead people. See, even then there is a backup for that class where you are going to lose the interest, but he's going to make sure कि आप अपना interest कभी lose कर ही ना पाओ. Right? So that is what Sir has done. We already had a class of forensic medicine, and forensic medicine के अंदर experiences will be shared by Sir only. But I can tell you, when we are doing these classes at Delhi FMG batch, okay, so Sir is going to make sure कि class में से जब उठोगे आप तो FMG के questions you are going to make sure कि सारे के सारे question उन्हीं notes में से उसी content में से आएंगे and you all should be able to solve it out. Right? That is the most. So let's hear from Sir only. पहले हैप्पी होते थे लाइट जाती थी पर अब दुख होता है. अरे दुख क्यों होना है? इट इज सो गुड ना. देखो सेशन के बीच में लाइट जा रही है
देखो लाइट आ गई,
एंड देन इवन वी
लाइट
आर
आ गई
लाइव.
एंड
देखो
आई एम
लाइट आ
देयर। इट्स जस्ट अ
अलग।
मैटर ऑफ सेकेंड्स
तो
एंड सर पता है क्या होता है कि बच्चे जब बोलते हैं ना कि सर इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता एंड सेशन करने के बाद फिर कहते हैं कि सर मजा आ गया, दैट एक्चुअली गिव्स अ सेटिस्फैक्शन एज अ टीचर। तो आपको मजा आना है वो श्योर है, दैट इज इन माई हैंड्स, दैट आई विल डू। बट आपको मेहनत तो करनी है ना, पढ़ना तो है। अब आप कहोगे कि मैं पढ़ूंगा ही
ट्रू।
नहीं कि इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता, दैट इज रॉन्ग, दैट इज रॉन्ग अप्रोच। पढ़ो तो एक बार,
सर
इंटरेस्ट कैसे
लेकिन
नहीं आएगा।
मैं क्यों पढूं सर, मुझे पढ़ना ही नहीं है। फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन में से दो तीन क्वेश्चन आते हैं सर,
अब
आई डोंट
सर
वांट टू
वही
रीड फोरेंसिक
मुद्दा
मेडिसिन,
मुद्दा
टाइम
वही
वेस्ट
आ
करना।
जाता है कि व्हाई वी शुड रीड। तो वो तो बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट तो है, टू मेक योर सेल्फ एजुकेटेड पर्सन अ बेटर पर्सन। एंड ऑब्वियसली वी आर स्मार्ट पीपल ना, वी आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, वी हैव गॉट गुड क्रेनियल कैपेसिटी। तो स्मार्ट लोग क्या करते हैं कि एग्जाम क्लियर करना है, तो विल यू लीव अ सब्जेक्ट जहां से 12 to 15 क्वेश्चंस ऑन एन एवरेज आ रहे हैं, एंड गिवन द फैक्ट कि अभी लास्ट सेशन में यू गॉट 17 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन एंड टॉक्सिकोलॉजी, सो एक स्मार्ट
अरे
बच्चा
नहीं
क्या
सर, दो तीन
करेगा।
क्वेश्चन ही आते हैं सर। नहीं सर, दो तीन क्वेश्चन ही आते हैं, कहाँ फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन में इतने
सर
क्वेश्चन
मेरे
आते
पास तो क्वेश्चंस रिकॉल हैं जो यूट्यूब पे अवेलेबल है, विच एनी स्टूडेंट कैन वॉच। तो वो रिकॉल्स तो स्टूडेंट के
हैं?
बेसिस पर ही रिकॉल हुए ना। अब या तो स्टूडेंट झूठ बोल रहे
ट्रू।
हैं, तो ऐसा तो है नहीं कि एक स्टूडेंट झूठ बोल रहा है। इट्स लाइक अ कंपाइलेशन डन बाय ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव गिवन द एग्जाम्स। सो 12 to 15 क्वेश्चंस ऑन एन एवरेज आते हैं, बीट नीट पीजी, बीट एफएमजी, बीट आई9सीटी। एंड लास्ट एफएमजी सेशन ना सर, लास्ट सेशन जस्ट इमीडिएट सेशन, उसमें 17
जी।
क्वेश्चन, 17 एमसीक्यूज, एंड दे वर लाइक बोनस एमसीक्यूज। लाइक दे डिड नॉट मैनेज कि हर चैप्टर को कवर करें, दे फोकस टुवर्ड्स लीगल प्रोसीजर्स। नाउ द स्मार्ट पर्सन विल नो, अ स्मार्ट स्टूडेंट विल नो कि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट हाइल्ड टॉपिक कौन सा है सब्जेक्ट का, लीगल प्रोसीजर्स, इंडियन लीगल सिस्टम, यू आर इंडियन सिटीजन, तो उतना तो पता होना ही चाहिए। एंड इफ यू रीड दैट टॉपिक इन द मोस्ट कॉन्सेप्चुअल एंड सिंपल वे, तो वो क्वेश्चंस आपके लिए बोनस हो गए ना। 8 to 10 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम इंडियन लीगल सिस्टम, नथिंग लाइक इट। कई स्टूडेंट्स तो बहुत खुश हुए कि सर मजा आ गया।
बट सर नाउ हैविंग सेड दिस, व्हेन यू आर सेइंग कि 17 क्वेश्चन आ गए, अभी कमेंट सेक्शन में भी पारस इज पुटिंग द मैसेज कि 17 क्वेश्चन आए थे, तो नाउ तो एक्चुअली एज अ स्टूडेंट इफ आई सी फोरेंसिक के दो तीन क्वेश्चन आते हैं, suddenly it is going to make a big big difference in my score system as well. And it is very unfortunate to see the student getting not getting qualified, staying at the score of 147, 148, 149। और ये 17 नंबर तो वो होते हैं ना सर, आई थिंक सो कि जो शॉर्ट शॉर्ट सही होने ही होने हैं, इसमें तो गलत होने का चांस ही नहीं है।
एकदम सर,
राइट
अगर
एंड
ढंग से पढ़ा है ना, तो दीज 17 क्वेश्चंस वोंट बी मिस्ड एवर। देखो इंडियन लीगल सिस्टम अचानक से नहीं चेंज हो जाएगा। हाँ, अभी लास्ट ईयर देयर वर सम अपडेट्स, मेडिको लीगल अपडेट्स, which we have updated in our classes also. So you are like in the race, you will not be out of the race. दैट इज माई पर्पज टू मेक यू अवेयर ऑफ ऑल द मेडिको लीगल अपडेट्स। तो आपको वो अपडेट्स पढ़ने हैं, एंड वो अपडेट्स अचानक से रातों रात चेंज नहीं होते कि आज अभी अप्रैल मंथ में बैठे हैं, जुलाई में अपडेट्स आ गए। आपका पेपर तो पहले बन जाएगा ना। सो कीपिंग इन टू कंसिडरेशन, अगर आप ये सब्जेक्ट पढ़ते हैं ना, इट्स लाइक आई कवर इट इन 2 days। 2 days, 18 hours you have to devote. You will take the same time to revise the subject, 18 hours to 20 hours for your first revision, second revision 9 hours, third revision उससे भी कम। अब सर 3 से 4 घंटे में अगर 15 क्वेश्चंस मेरे श्योर शॉट हो रहे हैं, बीइंग ए स्मार्ट पर्सन आई विल फोकस टुवर्ड्स दैट सब्जेक्ट, मैं उसको छोड़ूंगा नहीं।
नहीं सर, आई डू एग्री। नाउ सर, नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी, आई वुड सिंपली से कि दिस स्टेटमेंट इज एक्चुअली क्वाइट बिग, because as a FMG student who is staying outside India, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and the sixth year who is supposed to come back to India now, who will be giving the December exam, और जो बाकी हमारे बच्चे हैं जो ऑलरेडी दिल्ली में ही है अभी या इंडिया में ही है, those who are giving the exam for June, so we always have that mindset कि सर फोरेंसिक में से तो दो तीन क्वेश्चन आने हैं, चार आने हैं, but now when you are telling कि 17 questions were there from forensic, एंड वो 17 क्वेश्चन आपने राउंड वन जो हमारा हुआ उसमें आपने सिर्फ 18 घंटे में 17 क्वेश्चन करवा दिए, so that makes a big big difference, sir.
बिग
Sir,
बिग
on an
डिफरेंस।
average, yes, on an average, what do you say forensic makes how much weightage of the this total paper, sir? On an average, sir. Now this time it was 17, sometime it might be less also. On
इट्स
an average,
लाइक
what is the
सर
weightage
ऑन
you
एन
think?
एवरेज 12 to 15। 12 is the
Okay,
benchmark, 12 is the benchmark।
okay, that is a quite good one, sir. 12 to 15 number is a quite good one, sir. In the forensic medicine, whenever I am reading it as a student, I am putting all your questions, all the questions here, sir, जो students से मेरे पास आते हैं.
हम्म,
These days, I've been traveling a lot, and India में भी, India के बाहर भी, and I'm meeting n number of students. Sir,
हम्म,
almost हर country का बच्चा कहीं ना कहीं मिलकर अपने thoughts share करता है.
हम्म.
And the one common thought process which I can feel in them कि sir, I'll agree कि forensic चलो, I am getting convinced कि पढ़ना तो है. बट नाउ टेल मी सर कि मुझे पढ़ना है, तो शुड आई गो विद योर कंप्लीट वीडियोस? आप कह रहे हो 18 घंटे में पढ़ना है, तो क्या मैं कंप्लीट पूरा लेक्चर सुनूं आपका, या मुझे कुछ टिप्स एंड बिट्स पीसेस के अंदर मिलेगा तो काम हो जाएगा?
सर देखो, अब इससे छोटा शॉर्टकट तो नहीं हो सकता. यू आर रीडिंग अ सब्जेक्ट जो एमबीबीएस में इंडिया में अक्रॉस इंडियन मेडिकल कॉलेजेस में विच इज टॉट इन 2.5 years. फोरेंसिक इज लाइक अ सेकेंड ईयर सब्जेक्ट ऑल्सो, थर्ड ईयर पार्ट वन सब्जेक्ट ऑल्सो. अब प्रॉफ होता है थर्ड प्रॉफ में. तो जब एनएमसी ने इसको 1 साल से बढ़ा के 2.5 2 years का कर दिया है, सो ऑब्वियसली आपका थॉट प्रोसेस क्या कहता है, दैट इज वाई द वेटेज इज देयर ना सर. दिस इज लाइक द एविडेंस बेस्ड थिंग कि व्हाई द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर मोर. नाउ कमिंग टू कवरेज, व्हाट आई टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन ना, कि अगर एक स्टूडेंट मेरे लेक्चर्स देख रहा है, बीट ऑनलाइन बीट ऑफलाइन, उसके एक भी क्वेश्चंस मिस नहीं होने चाहिए. दैट डे आई विल फेल एज अ टीचर. सो दैट थिंग आई टेक इन टू अकाउंट कि उसमें मिस नहीं होना चाहिए. तो वो आपका मिस नहीं होता क्लासेस में. सो एटलीस्ट कवर द मेन वीडियोस और कवर द मेन क्लासेस, एंड देयर आफ्टर इफ यू गो थ्रू द रिविजन वीडियोस, इट विल बी लाइक अ चेरी ऑन द केक. चेरी ना भी रखो, केक को ही खाते रहो तो स्वाद तो आएगा ही. दैट इज ऑल्सो डुएबल कि अगर आपने कंटेंट पढ़ लिया है एंड नोट्स रेडी हैं, एंड एक चीज बहुत क्लियर रखना है कि देयर शुड बी वन सिंगल सोर्स ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट फॉर एवरी 19 सब्जेक्ट्स, नॉट ओनली माई सब्जेक्ट. तो एक सिंगल सोर्स होता है, तो उससे रिविजन बिकम्स वेरी इजी कि आपने समझ लिया कंटेंट को, आपने नोट्स बनाए मेरे साथ वर्कबुक में, एंड नाउ यू आर रिवाइजिंग दैट सिंगल सोर्स विच इज गोइंग टू केटर ऑल योर 12 to 15 क्वेश्चंस. इट इज वेरी वेरी, मतलब क्या बोले सर, मिराकुलस थिंग विच वी हैव डन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वर्कबुक्स आल्सो.
सर ना, हैविंग सेड दिस, लाइक आई रिमेम्बर लास्ट टाइम पे जो आपने वर्कबुक बनाई थी, द सेम वर्कबुक विच वी आर लाइक यूजिंग फॉर ऑल द 19 सब्जेक्ट एट डेली एफएमजी. सर, योर बुक ऑन द लास्ट पेज आई रिमेम्बर देयर वाज अ टॉपिक ऑफ बीएनएसएस.
यस.
So it was in the last section that was there, right? And in the class also there was a little discussion on BNSS कि अरे सर ये कहाँ आता है, आ सकता है नहीं आ सकता है. And I remember your workbook was hardly, sir, I think 30-40 pages, not more than that. It was very
हाँ,
less,
मतलब लेसर नंबर ऑफ पेजेस आर देयर, अराउंड
lesser number of
40
pages,
45 50
40,
पेजेस.
45, less than 50 pages. And out of those 50 pages, you have got 17 MCQs. And one of the question I remember was BNSS that was on the last page of your workbook. Even the student got that workbook to me कि देखो सर ने लास्ट पेज पे लिखा था BNSS, यूजुअली आता तो नहीं है, बट पता नहीं कभी आ गया तो, एंड सडनली जो है वो BNSS वाला क्वेश्चन जो है इट वाज देयर इन द एग्जाम. सो दैट्स हाउ द वैल्यू ऑफ अ सब्जेक्ट कैन बी इंक्रीज. सर, टेल मी दिस थिंग, लाइक यू सेड वेरी वन वन वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि आपके साथ कोई बच्चा अगर पढ़ाई करेगा फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन, ही विल बी रीडिंग विद यू. सो नाउ सम स्टूडेंट्स आर अब्रॉड, right? I must tell all the students here कि बेटा, this time when you are at your own college, if you're targeting the June exam, if you're targeting December exam, if you're a fourth year student, if you're a fifth year student, I must tell you all that how at Delhi FMG we do it. At Delhi FMG we have two modes of teaching. One mode is face-to-face classroom program, which we are already conducting, and as on today our PSM class is going on, right? When the same class is being like conducted at Delhi Center at Gautam Nagar, the same class gets relayed via DBMCI Live app or DBMCI One app onto your mobile devices. That means the forensic medicine subject, which you cover up in 2 days, 18 hours, 19 hours, in the Delhi face-to-face batch, you are going to cover up at your own comfort, at the home, at the college, wherever you are right now in India or abroad. Now, there is one very big doubt which comes to students' mind. Sir, I am in my college right now. How can I be a part of the daily classroom? Because I will be having my college 9 to 3, and forensic class will be starting at 10 o'clock, let's say, and will be going till 7 o'clock. So that 4 5 hours I'll be missing. So I must tell you all that whosoever is attending the DBMCI Live, that is an online live platform, the recording of the same class, it stays on your app, and once you are back to your home, you can be a part of the live class. And once the class is over for the day, the recording stays there for the length of your session. So if you are enrolled for 6 months, the recording of all the 19 subjects as the class will be done, it stays there on your app itself. So there is no lag between the daily classes and your course completion, right? This is DBMC Live. And those students who are in different countries, if you wish to explore DBMC Live app, DBMC One app, then my team members have uploaded one Google form here in the chat section. Just fill that chat section form and you will be like redirected to a WhatsApp group where I am there, Sakshi ma'am is there, and you must be knowing by this time that we both are here at Daily FMG segment, taking care of all of you, the academics, all the round one things, all the round two things, all the round three. And what are these round one, two, three? I'll just tell you that. But let's hear from Vishwajit sir. In the round one, sir has already taken the class. And round one has been of 18 hours broadly. And we have covered up like 17 MCQs in that particular class. Sir, my question to you, like you said कि आपसे कोई बच्चा पढ़ेगा तो 18 hours में हो जाएगा. But अभी सर बहुत सारे बच्चे ना बाहर हैं, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and they are using multiple apps, multiple platforms, platform A, platform B, platform C. So I want to know from you, if a student has taken some particular app and he's trying to read out forensic medicine from there, and if he's not able to understand that, is it a wise idea to look at your videos, change the source? Like straightforward question, sir. Should I be changing the source? Yes or no?
So this question I will answer in two parts. First part is
Sir.
every student who is reading any subject should read it from a subject specialist. By the word
Okay,
specialist,
sir.
I mean to say that like I have done 10,000, 12,000 autopsies. I have that experience for you all. And that experience I will be sharing with you all to make your subject a simple, easy subject. On the contrary, if you read it from some XYZ source who is not a specialist, you are not going to understand the core concepts. So you should be very clear that your source selection should be very, very accurate so that your loss is not going to happen in the future because it's your life, your career, which is at stake. So always choose your source very, very judiciously with thorough research and everything. Now, sir, coming to second question, second part of the question, कि like 18 आवर्स में सब्जेक्ट कवर हो गया, क्या इसको शॉर्टर वर्जन में कर सकते हैं? सर शॉर्टर वर्जन में या फैक्ट्स रिटेन करना एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम सीम्स इजी, बट पता है नुकसान कहाँ होता है? व्हेन यू आर सिटिंग इन द एग्जाम हॉल विथ अ टाइमर ऑन योर हेड कि 40 क्वेश्चंस 40 मिनट्स लाइक दैट, वो टाइमर चल रहा है, वो एक अलग प्रेशर है. एग्जाम प्रेशर इज डिफरेंट. वो 19 सब्जेक्ट्स आपको हिट कर रहे हैं. इन दैट प्रेशर इफ यू ट्राई टू रिकॉल द फैक्ट्स, 0% रिकॉल. बट इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द सब्जेक्ट, then your active recall will be 100%, given the fact that if you have at least done 2 to 3 revisions, that I'm very sure.
Sir, now you have opened another question of debate. Now you are saying one side you understand the concept, other side you said you will not be able to recall the facts. So does forensic medicine has concepts?
Yes, sir. It's only concepts and concepts. It's like stories. The stories will be like the autopsy cases which I have done. Like what I do is I integrate my stories with the concerned chapter and the concerned subtopics, and the things become easy. This is what I have learned while I was doing the autopsies, because I was very clear on day one that I have to teach this subject, nothing else.
Sir, in forensic medicine, now when you are saying that you are correlating your stories, your experience with the topics, please tell me certain topics which you feel are very, very important for any of the FMG exam, whether it is June, December, any exam, sir. Some topics which you would like to highlight,
Sir, I will highlight 5 things.
please, sir.
Like first thing is Indian legal system. Any student who is preparing for any competitive exam, he should have thorough understanding of Indian legal system, which is like covered by me in like I will say 1 to 2 hours. And you won't believe in the last session that 2 hour of coverage, 2 hour of coverage was solving 10 questions. That's the beauty of the subject. Then coming to after Indian legal system, legal procedures, which every medico should have knowledge of. Then comes important post-mortem changes with respect to certain deaths like asphyxial deaths. Then what are the postmortem changes which a student should be aware of to estimate time since death, cause of death. So postmortem changes chapter is very, very important, particularly speaking about FMG exams in particular. And it is also important for NEET PG INICT exams. Now, after postmortem changes comes third very important topic, that is asphyxial deaths in particular for FMG exams. Like they particularly ask questions from hanging, strangulation, drowning. So a smart student, what he will do is, कि sir is covering asphyxial death in 45 minutes, and my one or two questions are sure shot. So I will focus towards that topic, which is going to secure me my 2 marks at least, minimum. So this is the third important topic. Coming to the fourth
Yes.
topic. Fourth topic will be like topic of topic which I cover in like 15 minutes. Two topics. One will be stain analysis. Second will be fetal deaths. So these two are very, very high topics. So these are the five most important topics. It's not that other chapters are not important. They also play a very good role. You never know, na, because the paper is sometimes unbalanced, like the previous paper. So if the paper is unbalanced, you never know if the examiner has thought of that I will ask five questions from identification chapter itself. You cannot leave that important chapter. So that is what is going to be covered in your classes, what I cover in my classes. All the important chapters in totality. Now, coming to the toxicology part, you get about 5 to 6 MCQs from toxicology, or it might be like 7 or 8 MCQs. Variations are always there. From toxicology, agricultural poisons is out and out. Very important topic. Narcotic poisons is very important. So, from toxicology, agricultural poisons, narcotic poisons, their important ingredients or contents, they are very, very important because as medicos na, we are lifesavers, sir. So as a medico you should be able to diagnose the case, you should be able to save the life of the person, and that is why MCQs are asked from those poisons which become very important, like animal poisons. They are very important for FMG exams or NEET PG exams because these cases they do come to hospitals. So that is in relation to toxicology.
So broadly, sir, you are saying anyhow, we can very well expect that minimum 12 to 14 questions, 15 questions are will be there in the exam from forensic, and these are straightforward scoring MCQs. Without a mistake, you can easily correct them.
Yes, sir.
That is what you are telling.
That is what I
Sir,
say.
tell me this
And
thing.
with the proper understanding, na, sometimes the questions in FMG exams, you won't believe, sir. In my subject, I have come through that in FMG exams, sometimes the questions are of INICT category.
So
INICT
that was my
category
next
means,
question now.
ha.
Sir, this is my next question, which came from the student. Sir, how you see, like you have been teaching student for more than yeah, like kind of a decade now, right? And what is the difference in the examination pattern that you have seen pre-COVID, during COVID, now post-COVID? What the transformation that you have seen in the question paper?
Sir, like concerning FMG exams, there is lot of drastic changes in my subject particularly. I will be like giving the opinion about my subject. That will be fair
Please, sir.
because I have the knowledge of that subject. So now coming to my subject post COVID, in FMG exams in particular, they are framing very, very good questions, wonderful questions sometimes. Like in last to last session, they asked a question which was like a wonderful one. I actually, it took me time to grasp the content of the question. When the student was recalling the question, it was of such a nature. And it was a wonderful framed question. Then 2 years back also, they asked 2 or 3 questions which were highly conceptual. So after COVID now, they have shifted from one-liners to conceptual questions, actually speaking.
So now, sir, level of question paper is only conceptual, or like this session, sir, I remember, like I was doing the overview of the paper after the exam was done. I was with student, I was doing the analysis of the paper, and I just came to know that the PYQs, PYTs of FMG of the previous years, they were very less. But this time they were more focused upon the NEET PYTs and PYQs. Was that same with the forensic medicine as well?
Yes, sir. With experience, na, as teachers, we come to know. Like you will understand what I am saying. So now to make this
Okay.
thing from a student point of view, na, every student should be having confidence that the teachers who are teaching you in DBMCI, like concerning myself, I cover all those areas now which I am aware that they might be asked in FMG exams. They might be important for NEET PG exams, but they are important, equally important for FMG exams. So as a teacher, I have to cover those areas. I have to fit it into your mind that yes, you need to know this, at least this. And that is how the students are doing wonders.
Perfect. Sir, one suggestion for the students who are approaching the June exam. Now we are already standing in the middle of April. May and June are the only 2 months, and most likely the exam date will be like first week of July or the second week of July. Last time it was second week of July. So first or second week of July is going to be the exam. Most likely that is the expectation we have. So we have now the May month in front of us, June month in front of us. Sir, I am one of those students who has not yet read forensic medicine. So what will you recommend to me, sir? Should I go for directly the rapid revision program or should I still see your main videos?
Go through the main videos, go through the complete live class. It will take you around 18 hours, 19 hours oddly in the first read. Like we are sitting in April month, na, mid of April. Even if you start like on 20th of April, if you devote only 5 hours, 4 hours per day, then also you will be able to cover the complete videos in 5 days. Given only 4 hours daily, you take out time for other subjects. That is must to do. So 4 hours daily, you are covering the complete subject content in 5 days. Agreed, sir? 4 into 5, 20.
Agreed, sir.
20 hours you will cover in one go. Now, in the May month, in the first week, plan your first revision. Plan your first revision. It will take you around 10 hours, 12 hours. Varies from student to student. In the June month, plan your third revision, second revision. Second or third revision might be. So plan it in June month again. So if you have read it once and you have revised it 2 times, keep your third revision 3 days before the exams. And no one can steal those 12 to 15 marks from you from my subject. That I can take, that I can bet actually. If you go through
Sir,
like this
first time.
in my subject with my videos.
Sir, for the very first time when you're teaching for 18, 19 hours. When a student has to revise the subject, how much time should be he devoting for the second round?
Like in June month.
Yeah,
Uh,
first revision you said like first time he's reading 18 hours. He has
uh,
made your notes. And now for the second revision, you are saying go in the May month, first week of the May. So how
First
much
week of
time
May,
should
it will
he
take
like take for the
round
revision?
about 10 to 12 hours max. Max. Some student can
Okay.
revise it in like 7 hours too. It all varies
So
from now how
broadly said,
much you
half day to
grasp.
1 day.
Huh.
So half to 1 day is what you're saying,
Half to two
right?
days you do your first revision. Then in June month, the
Yes.
time will be lessened 5 to 6 hours. So that means in
Perfect.
one day also you can revise the subject. And 3 days before the exam, revise the subject. It will take you 3 to 4 hours. That's actually
Perfect.
the fact told by students only. Is that it takes 4 hours for your complete notes to revise, and we are done.
4 hours means, sir, broadly 10 to 12 pages per hour, and that's a decent number of pages one can do.
Yes.
So
Decent
that
number.
means 4 hours and 15 questions you have sorted. 15 marks you
Yes.
have sorted.
Yes.
Right. So, for all the students, I must tell you what sir is telling you about is the 3 round of revisions that we usually do at our daily DBMCI FMG. How we do that? So, for all the students who are enrolled with us for the face-to-face classes, for the online classes, how we do that? The round one comprises of completion of all the 19 subjects. How we complete the test? First, how we complete the subject? Number one, we conduct the class. Like Vishwajeet sir will be taking his class that will be going for 2 days. I'll be taking my class that will be going for 2 days or 3 days. Now, after a subject is done, next day you are going to have a leave for your holiday or for your revision of the subject. And after that day, you are going to have a post class test. In the post class test, you attempt all the questions, whatever right you do, whatever wrong you do. And post class test, after that, you are going to have a discussion of the same paper, right? So that is what we call as round one. So all the 19 subject classes with completion of their notes, which are done in their colored workbooks. And after that, you're having the post class test and the discussion of the post class test. That is what we call round one. Now, in the round two, what we do, we again have the revision of all the 19 subjects. Now, if I give you example of this ongoing session, now this ongoing session is going to have completion of all the 19 subjects by 20th of May. So on 20th of May, we are going to start with round two. That round two will go from 20th of May till 20th of June. And that round is going to have your computer-based test, grand test, subject-wise test, cumulative test, and so on, right? Along with the revision of all 19 subjects. And after that, 20th of June till your exam date, maybe 5th of July, 6th of July, 12th of July, whatever date comes, it is going to be round three, right? So in round three, we are going to tell you how to go ahead with the PYQs, the PYTs of the NEET exam, the INSET exam, or the FMG exam. Like Sir told, that he knows better that what topic is important for your NEET exam, what topic is important for your FMG exam. So at Delhi, we are completing your curriculum not just once writing your notes, right? I'm telling you that here how we monitor the progress is Sakshi ma'am herself is monitoring the progress of every single student. We have a tracker sheet where all the marks of all the students are being mentioned after the test is done, right? And in the classroom, there is distribution of some small, felicitation kind of thing for all the students, having some small chocolates, maybe some medals and all that. That is just to keep all of us motivated, right? So she's herself keeping track of all the marks, all the scores of all your subjects. If it is a cumulative subject, you will come to know that your anatomy is weak, or your physio is weak, your ortho is weak, surgery is weak, forensic is weak. And we will tell you how, based on your performance, on which subject you have to focus upon more. If it is a subject, the subject specialist faculty, like Vishwajeet sir said, subject specialist faculty can tell you which topic to focus upon, right? And doing the same at Delhi FMG, we have already started the enrollment for June to December session for all the dynamos बच्चे जो अपना दिसंबर का एग्जाम देने वाले हैं. So right now at your college, if you want to start your preparation for December month, you can very well be enrolled with DBMCI Live app. And once you come back to India, you will be a part of the face-to-face classroom, right? So the batch which is supposed to start from June to December, you can be a part of it right now itself. There are some big subjects which are yet to come. Medicine is pending, right? Then surgery we have. There are so many subjects, pathology we have, microbiology we have, so much which is pending, and you can be a part of it right now. You can start preparing early so that when you return back to India, it is not a pressure on you, right? So if any one of you who is watching us right now, me along with Vishwajit sir, if you wish to know anything about the forensic, any of the subject, how we do it at Delhi DBMC FMG, how Sakshi ma'am is monitoring your progress every day, how we are helping you out with your workbooks or the daily curriculum or your test, how the Marrow app is a part of your structured program. Every single student who is a part of FMG Delhi, they are entitled to get the Marrow app, right? So if you wish to know that how Marrow is a part of DBMC FMG curriculum, you have the Google form, you have my number, you have my team's connect. Just drop a message and they will be connecting with you. Sir, this is for the student you told about June exam.
Mhm.
Sir, about December exam. Now, June exam students are already onto the track. They are in Delhi, they are at their home, they're already in India. Sir, how do I proceed with forensic medicine if I have to appear for December exam?
Sir, like I said earlier, just try to make the core concepts. Once you understand a subject, na, it becomes very easy to recall the questions in the example, recall a particular topic in the example. See, merely reading is not going to help you clear your exams. After reading, give the test, analyze your mistakes, correct those mistakes, again revise. Then again you will make some mistakes, again improvise. And with these gradual steps now, that is how you conquer any exam. Now, coming to my subject, if you have understood the core concepts, solving of questions will be like this. I make students solve the questions like this. By this means, solve the questions within 5 seconds. I don't give a target to solve the question in 30 seconds. I am giving you a target to solve the questions within 15 seconds. And that you will achieve after you revise it 2 to 3 times. Now, if you are planning for December month, just take into consideration that you have to get it cleared in December month. I will not lose this opportunity. This is like an opportunity that I have to get cleared by December so that I start my internship as early as possible. Think of your future. See, our future lies in our hands. How you shape it depends on you. If you want to shape it, start tomorrow and get going.
Perfect, sir. So, beautiful insight of the forensic medicine as a subject. not a factual one, but more of a conceptual one related to stories, related to experiences, and so much that you can score every single mark very, very correctly. That is at least 12 to 15. So, our message, me and sir's message to all of you will be that don't think of any subject as an individual subject. Number one, sir, I'll just concise what you all said. Please
Yes.
do correct me if I'm wrong somewhere. So, forensic medicine, it is not a subject of 2 to 3 marks. It is a subject of at least 12 to 15 marks. Right? This time it was 17 MCQs, which are short, correct questions if you have the understanding of the subject. Right? Second, can I leave forensic medicine? Answer goes straight forward. No. 17 questions if you are leaving, and you know very well that the study of forensic is in forensic only. No other subject is going to cover up the cadaveric, you know, dissections or the autopsies or your poisoning or your asphyxia. No other subject is going to cover it up. So you're losing straightforward 10, 12, 15, 17 MCQs, right? And the pain of losing the exam by just 1 mark, 2 mark, 5 mark, it's the most painful thing one can, go through. So make sure you start your preparation right now so that if you're going for the December exam, you are aiming at the exam in the very first go and you have to qualify that. That should be the idea, right? So don't be in the dilemma that you can leave a subject, you can miss out a subject, you can mug up a subject, you can just learn the PYQs and the question will be same. The times are gone, right? So everybody has to remember if you're not starting right now, do it as soon as possible. Don't let it happen that it becomes too late, right? So December exam should be your target, and all the students who are going for June exam, make sure you are not leaving the subject. If you wish to have Vishwajit sir notes, if you want to read from his notes, the important 40 pages of forensic medicine covering at least your 15 marks, connect with the team. The number has been displayed in the chat section, and they will be more than happy to help you out and to make you aware that how simplified the subject of forensic medicine can be. And Vishwajit sir is always there to help you out to solve all your doubts. Right. So, thank you so much, sir, for your beautiful
Yes.
insight about
Thank
the
you, sir.
subject.
Thank you, sir, for all the efforts which you and Dr. Shakshi ma'am is taking. So, as to make the student's life easy and a simple one. Hats off
Thank you, sir.
to
Thanks so
your
much for your kind words.
efforts. Hats off to your
Thank you
efforts.
so much, sir. It's always a teamwork, and I really thank all our faculties who are taking out time, explaining the students the importance of the subject, how the things have changed over the period of time, and it is never a single subject. It is a medical science. It's a human body. Before the birth and after the death, everything you have to understand, right? So forensic plays a very important role everywhere and anywhere. I can tell you, medico legally फंसोगे तो forensic ही याद आएगा कि कैसे
सर
बचे
टू सम
डिसीज
अप आई विल से वन थिंग कोविड वायरस ने एक काम किया है एफएमजी के वन लाइनर क्वेश्चंस को कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस में टर्न ओवर कर दिया
I do agree, sir. I do agree, and that
एटलीस्ट
has
इन एफएमजी
actually
एग्जाम्स
getting
ना प्री कोविड दे वर मोर वन लाइनर्स बट दे ऑल्सो
yes,
यूज टू गेट सॉल्व इफ यू हैव गुड कॉन्सेप्ट्स बट नाउ
true, sir.
you need to have now you cannot skip away.
Cannot skip. And being a doctor, sir, I do believe that being medical legally sound is one of the most important aspect of your practice. You become a neurosurgeon, you become a cardiosurgeon, you become a cardiothoracic surgeon, you become orthopedician, general surgeon, OBGY, कुछ भी बन जाओ. But you should know how to save yourself medical legally. And that is what forensic teaches you. So not only for your exam, but for your life also, forensic is equally important,
Yes sir,
right? So
exactly
for any
exactly
other
very
thing,
true.
absolutely, sir. Forensic के बिना तो कैसे सेव करेंगे खुद को? So that has to be learned by everyone. So बच्चों, we all are here. I am here. Sakshi ma'am is there. Vishwajit sir is there. We all are there. All the faculties of DBMCI FMG are there to hold your hand and to make sure that you get the best of the guidance, you get the best of the academics, and all, every other accessory which you need, every other armor that you need to qualify your exam in the very, very first go, right? So just connect with us in case you need any kind of assistance, and we will be more than happy to help you, right? Thank you so much, sir, for your time and for your wonderful insight of the subject.
Thank you sir, thank you sir. A very
Thank you
very
so much,
good night to
Manisha.
all the students. Thank you and bye bye.
Good night, everyone. Enjoy करो, पढ़ाई करो, खूब मस्ती करो, but stay on the track and qualify the exam in the very first. All the very best, everyone. See you all very, very soon with the third faculty and the third episode of the Direct Connect. Stay tuned.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू मनीषा, बाय बाय।